Hey YouTube, Gunham here, welcome back to Space Engineers. I've made some progress. Quite a bit actually. A lot of it's internal, but externally, I figured this is a shipyard, so you need to be able to, see it's a shipyard. And I added a lot of yellow for construction, and a couple of landing gear. I may have put in a few too many to allow larger ships to dock. I think I'll just leave the middle strip here and get rid of all the rest, because that's insane. And it's nowhere near done. Yeah, the middle two is fine, but the outer two on both top and bottom is a little much. So, beyond that and the nice coloring, I've put in a docking command unit, which it should have oxygen. I don't know whatever. Anyway, yes, it should have oxygen. I even added hydroponics. And it's like, no. I don't know. But a nice little command unit that is plenty able to see ships docking, And then I'm gonna hook these buttons later. These just to help. I've added some stuff so I can get going on the actual, work facilities, but I have a ways to go for that. And then there's work that I did to the main zone. Last time I showed you about the seats, but there's all the work that I've done to the outside. I've done nothing to the middle. The outside, on the other hand, I've started here, put in seats and oxygen and gyroscopes to help it not bounce when a big ship docks. Wait, where's the oxygen for this room? Really? Yep, okay. Oopsie. Where's the oxygen for this room? Oh, there it is. And it says no oxygen. It should have oxygen, I don't know why. Whatever. Well, at any rate, yes. There should be seats and it should have oxygen. And it has some windows, so you should know that you can go. That's part of the reasons. There, now it's I need to close it, but that is closed, so I don't know. Well, at any rate, next up is, I did add ladders everywhere, but I made it that, because it is a construction thing, it should be pretty visible, so you can actually see the ladders all around with the blue, but not by the doors. Those doors I'm going to have to change that, but I did add ladders everywhere, so it's very easy to get around. It's supposed to be good for your people, but not necessarily the enemy, but the enemy shouldn't get near it. So, yeah. I've added some in here. There are the collectors on the top, and then there's cargo and refineries. There are 3 large refineries and 2 small ones. These have speed and yield and power, and yeah, they're upside down too. Of course they are. Whatever. I keep it. I get rid of it. And then more cargo underneath. There's also a couple of bottom connectors way down yonder. After that, you get to this, which does oxygen? No, of course not. Why would it? Maybe it's one of those it's too big things, so I need to. I'll try that later, I guess. Not right now, but yes, it should be nice and airtight. Gyroscopes, and then empty and empty. Except for on top, the top section, seats. Again, it should be jump capable, and this one actually goes to outside, so yeah, it should be jump capable, so you want people to be able to sit down. In here, oxygen and assemblers, a couple basic ones and some big ones, full yield, and cargo. It's all hooked up to the same system. From there you get to this, which is another area with some windows, so you can look out at the big ships and look at the little ships. Now you come into the middle zone here. I haven't done this yet, but I have hooked it up. And then there's in here. which, again, let me guess, no oxygen? No oxygen, of course not. Yeah, I definitely think it's the ladders, so I need to work on that. But, more seats up top, nothing on the bottom. Oh, wait, that's why that one. And I will, boop. Okay, let's put you here, you here, you here, and you there. Alright, so when I close those, it may get air. Well, while we're here, why don't we find out about some size. You can see the sheer number I've got. Hundreds. Of course. Weight is that 32 million? I thought it was 300 million. Well, 32,288,000. Oh wait, no, there's your decimal. Okay, it is 322,889,800 kilograms. So almost 323 million kilograms for this thing. Again, all blocks are heavy armor. Yep, didn't think so. It's like, yeah, no accident for you, fucker. Anyway, yes. So I've done all the work from there to there, and this is a mirror, except for the collector section is engines. I believe I need to hook that up to connect it to the rear section here. I need to double check that good. Actually, no, it is hooked up. That's right. Good, it is hooked up. Awesome. Fantastic. So, I still have to work on that engine bay, but that's okay. I can work on that, you son of a bitch. Anyway, I will be working on the midsection once I finish with the outside. Again, I'm leaving a large amount of it empty. I'm thinking of leaving pretty much the entire center line as empty on the top. Speaking of, I haven't even begun on the bottom, but the bottom doesn't have much space. So, yeah. I'll do the middle tower, I'll do these side bits, but I think I'll leave the center empty. I'll just add some more cargo, I guess. And, yeah. So that's one zone of collectors. It should be two zones of manufacturers. Let me take a look in here. Are you manufacturing? Yes, you are. Look at that. There's assemblers in there. So there's only refineries in there, but then there and there is assemblers. I think I'll put a cargo axle on the side so it's easier to, work on the ships. That should work. And, yeah. I added medical, by the way, in these zones. Is it here? No, it's not in this one. It should be this one. No. Where is it? That's cargo. Where is it? There it is. Alright, so it's the inner ones. The inner ones here, but underneath. It is it is underneath. Alright, okay. So the middle ones for the underneath section has medical facilities. So, there are no lights yet. That'll be later, but at least there's little for there. So these inner ones, though, 4 of them have medical facilities. So that's good. I've added a handful of batteries in here, by the way, just to help a little bit. So, yeah, cargo access on the side of the 3 ports, I believe, and I guess just cargo storage in there. The inner core I'm going to set up for a good thing, then that'll be another, if I didn't finish it, I don't think I did. But the middle bits, both of them, I'm probably just going to leave empty for your customization pleasures. And I just need to finish that and then do the bottom. So, yeah. However, I actually have a question for you. Oh yes, there's a ramp up. In case it wasn't obvious, there's a ramp up to gain access to the control unit. But here's a question. My question for you is the super frigate. I love the super frigate. I really love the super frigate. And yeah, Forward Unto Dawn. That name is just cool. The problem is it's big. Like, really, really big. Everything on that side of the green would have to go, and I'd have to cut, in order to make it seem legit, all the way to that green. That means this enormous area would be open, which would be great for docking multiple of the smaller frigates and one destroyer, but only enough to dock one of the super frigates. Personally, I want the super frigate to be able to dock inside here, and leaving that open for fighters and other stuff. But this, this here, with these pads for other stuff, and this for smaller ships, but these pads for some fighter craft and whatnot like that. That makes sense to me. Cutting this and cutting this, like both these squares entirely and all that's left of these, to fit the super frigate. I like the idea of that, because then it says that this rear zone is absolutely meant for working on big ships, but not capital ships. That's for the main bays on the side, and there's still something left on all sides. So that works for me, but at the same time, the super frigate is a super frigate, and you can say that it's so big that it just needs the side. But I mean, you compare this to something else. The next biggest ship is 3 times the size of the super frigate here. So I do want to get your input. Do you think I should have the super frigate as able to fit in here with the other smaller craft, or is it so big that it should fit out there with the bigger ships? Personally, I think inside, but if you think outside, I'll go for it. Alrighty. Oh yes, I also added 5 or 6 guns so far, so yeah. Thank y'all. I'll catch you later.